Welcome to my Capstone presentation. My name is Holly Bice, and I am a candidate in the Educational Specialist Program in Instructional Technology at Kennesaw State University. I currently teach 5th grade at a private school for students with dyslexia. For my Capstone project, I wanted to research a technology tool that could provide support to struggling readers and improve their attitudes toward reading. The tool I chose was Subtext, which is an iPad app that allows users to read ebooks within it. The title of my project is Improving Reading Comprehension in Students with Dyslexia through the application Subtext. It is estimated that 13 to 14% of the population in the United States has a learning disability, and about 85% of those disabilities are in reading or in language processing. Dyslexia is defined by the International Dyslexia Association as a neurological learning disability characterized by poor spelling and decoding abilities. Students with dyslexia frequently struggle with reading comprehension tasks. Researchers have found that when added effort is required to decode words, it can impact reading comprehension. These struggles in reading can follow children into adulthood. Studies have found that adults with childhood diagnoses of dyslexia continue to comprehend material below that of their peers. Research has also shown that there's a connection between students' motivation to read and reading ability. When students are interested in a topic, they have more motivation to read, and this can improve their comprehension. Technology tools have been shown to increase students' motivation and engagement, as well as reading achievement. New technology offers promise to struggling readers in two ways. It can provide tools to support reading skills and offer an engaging way to read and interact with text. Research findings have shown the benefits of a range of technology tools. For example, one researcher found that student engagement increased for some when reading ebooks. In addition, in her study, students in a low reading proficiency group showed significant improvement in reading comprehension. These findings suggest that the features in ebooks may assist struggling readers with developing reading skills. A group of researchers examined the use of digital text combined with online discussions. They found students' comprehension improved significantly when using digital text. Additionally, the reading attitude of students who use digital text and online discussions improved significantly, whereas the attitudes of students who use paper-based text did not. This suggests online discussions could increase students' understanding of text while also improving their attitude toward reading. Some research has shown promise in tools such as ebooks, which provide features to support struggling readers. Other tools, such as online discussions, provide opportunities for students to construct knowledge about text they are reading. Research shows these discussions may improve students' attitudes toward reading, which can affect comprehension. Therefore, a tool like Subtext that combines the features of an ebook with the online discussion forum could be beneficial for students with dyslexia. Subtext allows users to read books or PDFs within the app. It also provides features to help support struggling readers, such as the ability to change the size of the text, highlight parts of text, and define words. However, it also adds a collaborative component in the form of discussion boards and blogs that everyone in the reading group can see. In addition, teachers can embed photos or web links to help students understand a concept, and send questions to specific students to individualize the reading experience. This research study used a quantitative approach. It followed a within-group experimental design. 10 5th grade students were chosen from an intact group. They were all assigned to the same classroom and have all been diagnosed with dyslexia. For this study, students read a novel as a class using the app Subtext. The within-group design was chosen because all students were in the same reading class, which was a size of 10. Using this design allowed smaller numbers of participants and offered control over individual differences in performance levels since all participants experienced the same treatment. For my research questions, I wanted to determine if there was a significant difference in the reading comprehension and vocabulary scores of students with dyslexia before and after using Subtext. I also wanted to determine if there was a significant difference in the reading attitudes of students with dyslexia across 4 text domains before and after using Subtext. Those text domains were academic print, academic digital, recreational print, and recreational digital text. Data was collected at 2 points during this study. I conducted a pretest, applied the experimental treatment for 5 weeks, and conducted a post-test. I used 2 instruments to collect data. The first was a reading test called the Gates-McGinnity Reading Test, which is composed of 2 sections, vocabulary and reading comprehension. The second instrument was the Survey of Adolescent Reading Attitudes, which assesses students' attitude toward reading in 4 text domains. Raw scores were collected and averaged from the Gates-McGinnity pretest and posttest. Data analyses consisted of comparing mean scores on the vocabulary and comprehension sections of the Gates-McGinnity. Attitude survey mean scores were also compared in the 4 text domains specified by the Survey of Adolescent Reading Attitudes. After I collected the data, mean scores were compared using paired sample t-tests to determine significance between pre- and post-test mean scores. Means of students' scores on the Gates-McGinnity showed students improved in both the vocabulary and reading comprehension sections. However, t-test revealed these increases were not statistically significant. Data from the reading attitude surveys revealed that students preferred to read academic digital text over any other domain type. However, mean scores between pre-test and post-test did not increase in the domain of reading academic print text. Students' mean scores also did not increase between pre-test and post-test in the domain of recreational digital text. However, the greatest increase in the mean score was in the domain of recreational print text. T-test revealed that the differences in scores between the pre-test and post-test were not statistically significant in any of the text domains. There were several limitations to this study. First, the length of time was a limiting factor. Students had never used subtext before the study began, and they only had 5 weeks to work with it. Conducting a longer study would have given students more time to learn the nuances of the app and gain confidence using it. Additionally, we only had time to read 1 book during the study, which meant only 1 type of text was utilized. A second limiting factor was the number of participants. 10 students began the study, which was a small number to start with. During the study, 1 student had to be removed due to a technology problem. Therefore, the final data only included 9 students. Additionally, only 5th graders were included in this research. Having students from different grade levels read books through subtext might yield different results. I believe there is a technology tool that can be used to support students with dyslexia and improve their comprehension. More research is needed to help identify this tool. In addition, more research involving subtext could help determine if it is beneficial for struggling readers. A longer study with more participants might yield different results. In addition, using subtext to read different types of text, such as informational text instead of narrative text, might yield different results. I learned a great deal from conducting this Capstone project. I think I learned a lot about quantitative research, and having already conducted qualitative research, I feel I have a better understanding of the differences between the 2 designs and when you would want to use quantitative versus qualitative. I think I also learned a lot about the process of conducting a research study, especially quantitative research, from choosing your instruments, collecting your data, running the statistical test, and then interpreting the results and writing up your findings. I also learned a lot about the ethics of research, from working with human subjects to publishing your results. Even though I didn't find the results that I was hoping for, I think that it was really important to conduct this research because there hasn't been any research conducted using subtext. And a lot of the research that's available looking at reading comprehension doesn't look at students with dyslexia. So I feel that this research is filling an area where there's kind of a gap in the literature. If I were to conduct this research again, I would probably make a few improvements. One thing I would consider doing is changing the design that I used and maybe using mixed methods. I think if I added a qualitative component to this research, it would really provide a lot of valuable data that could help describe how the participants felt about using subtext, what their perceptions of the app were, and their attitudes towards reading. I think could come through in interviews with them and data that I could collect through talking with them. So that's one of the changes I think I would make to improve this study, is to really hear from those participants and add that descriptive, qualitative piece to the study. I believe that there is a technology tool out there that can help struggling readers, that can help students with dyslexia, and I want to continue searching for it.